Next we're going to hear from our host, Commonwealth Banker, Nathan Barker. Nathan is responsible for the bank's volunteering strategy and operations for the staff volunteering program, both general and skilled secondments, as well as the bank's strategy on engaging the broader Australian community. Nathan has a passion for ensuring the people in the Commonwealth Bank are engaged in their work and with the communities they operate in. Welcome, Nathan.
Thanks, Lynn, and thank you everybody for coming along today, and welcome to our Commonwealth Bank offices here at Darling Park. And also adding from Lynn's welcome before, I acknowledge the traditional owners of the land we meet on today, the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation. And I often think with volunteering, it's really appropriate to recognise country because the Indigenous people do so well the idea of sharing knowledge and sharing ideas and passing it on from generation to generation. And I think fundamentally that's what volunteering is all about. It's about sharing knowledge, sharing ideas. So I think we've got a lot to learn, and we can learn a lot from Indigenous people. So today, I won't spend too much of your time, but I'll just have a quick chat about the framework we have for volunteering here at CBA and why we do it and how we do it, and give you some things that we're up to. And if you've got any queries, certainly grab me after the event or give me an email. We'll certainly follow up. But I thought I might start with just a quick little clip which I think summarises how many of us sort of experience volunteering in our workplaces. So I'll just share that with you now. We've lost audio, so we'll just fix that up.
Score and try 54. Good afternoon. My name is Russell, and I am a wilderness explorer in Tribe 54, Wet Lodge 12. Are you in need of any assistance today, sir?
No.
I could help you cross the street.
No.
I could help you cross your yard.
No.
I could help you cross your porch.
No.
Well, I gotta help you cross something.
No, I'm doing fine.
Good afternoon. My name is Russell, and I am a wilderness explorer in Tribe 54.
Slow down.
Wet Lodge 12.
Kid,
Are you in need of
thank
any
you, but I don't need
assistance
any
today?
help. Proceed.
Good
So I think we all get many emails like that. So I've got in the room my volunteering managers, across them Michelle, Louise and Julia. And every day they get lots of emails from many people across the bank saying, I'd love to help, what can I do, how can I get involved? And that's kind of where they end the email. They don't give us any framework about what they'd like to do, when they'd like to do it, where they might want to do it, what their passions are. And so it's sort of up to us as sort of corporate volunteer managers to try and work out, unpack that and say, well, how can we help them and why would we want to as an organisation? So what's the right thing for them and what's the right thing for us as an organisation? And I don't think there's any quick fix to that problem, but what we've tried to do here at CBA is come with a bit of a framework about how what opportunities we might have and what things we can offer as a volunteering team and what things people can do on their own. So our volunteering policy is very flexible and it's about saying we'll organise a range of partnerships and facilitate lots of great opportunities. Then it's about if those opportunities aren't right for you and what you want to be doing, fine, I don't care, go and find something yourself and we'll support that. But it's really about having that flexibility because I think volunteering is very much about what's an individual passion. So how we've broken that up is across sort of two halves. You have general volunteering and skilled volunteering and secondments. And I've put up a couple of logos up there. I'm sure you're familiar with many of those organisations, and looking across the room, I know a couple of you are partners with many of those organisations as well. And we really see general volunteering as being sort of the traditional types of volunteering, the team volunteering, the mentoring in schools, the people getting out there and sort of rolling up their sleeves and getting involved. What we also know is that a lot of people at banks, they might want to get out there and garden, they might want to get out there and paint, but they also aren't very good at it because they don't do it at their own house. They have somebody come in and paint their house when they renovate. They have a guy that comes and mows the lawn every fortnight for them. So I'm not quite sure why I think it's such a great idea that when they're on bank time, that they should be out there doing that for somebody else. But it's great that they want to, so we certainly facilitate that. So what we're trying to do is really encourage more opportunities which get people to use their minds and to use their skills. And that's what we're sort of focusing with our skill volunteering and secondment program. The first piece of that puzzle, which we put together about 12 months ago, was working through the Jawan program, offering Indigenous secondment. So, KPMG here as well today, and they've been doing that for much longer than us. And Westpac founded the idea about 11 or 12 years ago. That was our sort of model of saying we can put people out there on a skill volunteering opportunity 6 weeks at a time, so it's an intensive program, but they love it. And we have rapid growth of that program last year. We got 13 people out on secondment last year for 6 weeks at a time, which was just fantastic, and that's sort of helping to grow our volunteering program. On top of that, as you'd imagine as a bank, we bank 1 or 2 charity clients, to say the least, so we're looking at ways to support them. We offer our customers world-leading technology, great customer service. We can also offer them the minds of the Commonwealth Bank to tap into some of those bigger problems they might be facing. Just go quickly through now a couple of the key programs we've got going on. So I just mentioned the Jawan program, which some of you will be familiar with and some of you won't, so I apologise if you know these stories before. But up on the screen there we've got Travis Cock. He's a guy in our security team, so as you'd imagine, we've got a few people in security being a bank, but he's really involved with physical security, making sure our buildings and our assets are looked after appropriately. He wanted to go on secondment. We offered him an opportunity up on the Central Coast, and we said to the regional director on the Central Coast, we've got Travis, he's in security, what can you do with him? And he's like, Nick, who's the regional director up there, said to us, security, mate, I'm not really sure what we're going to do with this guy, but live with me, we'll find the right opportunity for him. Well, it turns out Darkinjung Land Council has a huge security issue because they've got lots of land, and land, unfortunately has a problem with legal dumping. So plenty of folks up on the coast love to go and dump their old washing machines or rubbish or whatever it might be on Darkinjung land, which then they have to deal with the effects of that, the cost, the time of managing that waste. We rolled up Travis. He put together a security report, which sort of helped assess how they're going to manage this problem going forward. The Land Council loved it. And so that's great for Land Council, but the best part of the story is the Land Council then took it to the New South Wales Land Council, so the other 120 odd land councils across New South Wales also have this report to help them manage their land. So a guy who, I'm not sure what he's like at gardening or painting, but he's great at security, so he's going to use his brain to help, not just one land council, but many across Australia, so we're really proud of his story. Another great program for us is ABCN, the Australian Business and Community Network. And again, there's a couple of other member companies from ABCN in the room with us this morning. Through ABCN, we offer quite a range of mentoring programs in a range of schools, largely in sort of disadvantaged and areas which need a bit of help. So that's a great opportunity to work with. And the great thing about that program is it starts from the top. So Ian Narev, our CEO up on the screen there, he mentors the principal of Cabramatta High School. They had a session yesterday. They have a session sort of about every quarter where they just chat through, as leader to leader. It's not about him being a CEO and her being a principal. It's about they both lead teams and they both have issues with people, with management, and how can they share ideas. And that mentoring relationship's carried on from Ralph Norris, our former CEO, up to Ian. They both mentored Beth. And when Ralph left the organisation, he made a number of comments about what he got out of working with Beth, having a sounding board for him. He runs a fairly large organisation, but talking to a school principal from Cabramatta on the issues, they're not that dissimilar, so it's a great opportunity. And finally, team volunteering. So I'm sure many of us get lots of emails from teams wanting to spend the second half of their strategy day or the full strategy day out doing team volunteering. We've struck up a great partnership with Oz Harvest. I'm sure many of you know Oz Harvest and the legendary Ronnie Khan and what she's doing in food rescue. So through the Cooking for a Cause program, we have our teams go out pretty much every week. There's a team going out doing team volunteering, and this financial year we've already clocked up about 13,000 meals. So we're pretty impressed with the outcomes getting out of that program.